Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we have a very interesting stock that we're going to cover. This is one that I believe a lot in, one of my, more proud picks that I've chosen. And yeah, so let's get right into the video. Without further ado, be sure to like the video if you enjoy this content, and also subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. I'm going to start posting daily. So yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching, and be sure to do those things if you enjoy it. And yeah, let's get right into it. So the stock we're talking about today, as you might be able to see from up here, is SoFi. So SoFi Technologies, ticker symbol SOFI, is an amazing stock. I really like this company. I think that they have one of the best business models in the game. The fact that they're still a small cap stock and they're so early in the beginning of their company, I definitely think that this is an opportunity to take advantage of. This is a stock that I think has an insane amount of potential over the long run. I've made some videos about this stock but haven't really gone this much in depth in it, so I kind of just wanted to talk about my points and my main reason for investing in this stock, because as you can see, this company started in 2020. They started during a global pandemic, which is not very easy, but they went public in 2020 and then instantly ran up to $25. I mean, people saw the potential in this stock, but then very quick they dropped down all the way to $4, which if you could buy SoFi at $4, that was a steal deal. But then you can see we had a little bit of a run up recently in 2025 to $18, and since then small caps have been hit pretty hard and we're down again. And then now we're just hovering around, $11, $12, which I think is a very cheap price for SoFi. I think it's cheap anywhere under 20. I'd buy this company. I'm definitely looking to add to my position, not a whole bunch in it right now. But this is a company where I see their vision very clearly. This is, Anthony Noto is very respected in the space. I think he's doing a great thing with this company. I know he is. And the main thing that this company has that other banks don't is this company, they're very involved in the fintech space, more of a technical side, technology. But we can see they only have 5,000 employees, so there's not a lot of people on the payroll as to where we compare them with the bigger banks such as, Wells Fargo, which has a lot of branches. This one has no locations. It doesn't have to pay the lease. You can see they have 217,000 employees, so that's a lot more. And also, their market cap is 220 billion, whereas SoFi, their market cap is not even 13 billion. So this company has almost a 20x to go to reach Wells Fargo. And I do truly believe that this company will be bigger than Wells Fargo one day. I'm not sure how long that's going to take, but I think they will be. I think there is a 20x in this stock's, price in the long term. In the long term, I think this stock will 20x for sure. So that's a pretty bold statement, but I do truly believe that. And as we can see right here, they're beating earnings quarter over quarter. This is no surprise as to how great this stock is, how great Anthony Noto runs this business model. And yeah, I mean, we can see their price to earnings are pretty high. The ratio is pretty high, but that's because this company is doing what no other company has done. I mean, this is where I wanted to get into the investor presentations. So this is their 2024 quarter four. So they have done quarter one in 2025 so far, but this is the last one that they have a presentation for. So we can see, I mean, just right off the bat, their compounding annual growth rate is 53% on their members, and then 55% on their products. That's insane. Okay, that's not something you really see in the market, and that is the thing with small caps. They have the room to do this because they're not pushing insane multiples. They're not in the billions of dollars yet, so this company has the room to grow like this, and we can see their members growing year over year. That's very good to see. We also see their business diversification. They're looking into a lot of different aspects of their business, which are also up a huge amount year over year. Almost some are above 50% year over year up. But even credit cards, up mid, double digits, mid-teens. I'd love to see that. And we can see their tech platform, their app has been gaining a lot of, notoriety, a lot of people recognizing that this is a thing that's, kind of taken over. I'm sure you've seen SoFi ads on YouTube. There might be a SoFi ad before this video, honestly. That would be pretty funny. But yeah, I mean, SoFi is definitely taking over. Their marketing team is doing a great job recruiting people to download the app, to use their platform. We can see their financial services plus tech platform revenue is very up year over year. We can see year over year growth up 54%. And we can see 2021 to 2022 was a breakthrough year where it went up 91%, but then we can see 63%, 54%. I mean, this is a company that keeps growing. And we can see that they're also expanding their business. They're doing loans, securitizations, secured financing, and they have a loan platform business, which I love to see. I think that this is, a great branch for SoFi to expand into as a bank. Obviously, eventually they'll need to do that. But we can see that on their balance sheet, they have these right here, the personal loans, the student loans, the home loans, the credit cards. This is what this company needs, and they're doing it perfectly. I mean, this is just, it's a ticking time bomb to explode. I think that this company is going to explode to the upside just when Wall Street finally catches on. And we can see that their organization NCL analysis, we can see their total organization, 44 billion. I mean, that's not really the most important part, but their financial performance is what I really wanted to go over right here. We can see this was a scary company in 2021. They were down, $1 on their EPS, negative $1 whole. And then 2022, we can see, okay, they're coming back up. They're down only 40 cents negative. And then they're negative 10 cents. And then now they're first full year of profitability. This is amazing. This is when companies start to flip. So we can see right here on the SoFi all-time chart, this is when the company started to flip. Once a company becomes profitable, that's when your company kind of starts, okay, maybe we're actually having something here. And they're not profitable by a lot. They're, 15% adjusted EPS. That's not very profitable at all, but I think that they're going to keep exploding from here. This is a company that's growing year over year with numbers that are unheard of. Their revenue is still exploding to the upside, and they're slowing down with these growth rates, but not a lot. And because they're growing so much, I mean, look at, they went all the way from the millions, 200 million to 260. Or 2.6 billion, my fault. It's 2 billion and then 2.6 billion. That's a pretty noticeable increase right there. You can see just their revenues are just going up. I mean, that's all that I see on these charts right here. Their financial supplement. This is kind of the company metrics. This is pretty in depth, but yeah, I mean, this is kind of just different aspects of their companies, and these are interesting too. The delinquencies. There is higher credit card delinquencies, which is interesting. Coming on, which I find very interesting because I think that people are becoming more aware of their finances. Maybe I'm wrong, but if you're watching this video right now, you're definitely watching it because you want to be more aware of your finances and what's going on in the market. So it's definitely surprising that the delinquencies are increasing year over year, but that does mean more interest payments to SoFi, which I love to see. But I mean, I don't want people to pay late on their cards. I think that's one of the worst things you can do financially. Not a good thing. But yeah, I mean, we can see right here that a lot of these are just great metrics for this company. And then I wanted to even look, over here. We can see that SoFi has not had a quarter yet where they haven't, increased in revenue. So, I mean, I just don't know how you cannot invest in this company. This is such a low risk to high reward investing in SoFi, because the way that they're growing at the price that they're at, I think that there's really just not a lot that can go wrong. I mean, this is definitely a small company, but I mean, we can see, look at their trailing 12 months profit. They're up every single reporting, they're up. And we can see that the margins are insane. Their year-over-year growth is in the 30 percentage points, 20%. Even low 20% growth. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. You don't really find that in a lot of stocks in the stock market. And I think SoFi will be bigger than Wells Fargo one day. I truly believe that. Wells Fargo, JP Morgan, Chase Bank, all of them, because of their business model. They have no locations. SoFi has no, they have their headquarters here in San Francisco, but they don't have branches. They don't have, like Wells Fargo, you can go to a bank teller and you can, deposit a check, or you can take out cash. And that's great. That's great for people that want to do that. But SoFi is all online. So that's what makes the bank very interesting and very lucrative, in my opinion, because people don't want to, at least the younger generations, they don't want to have to go to the bank. They want to be able to do everything from home online, which SoFi offers. And that's why SoFi is attracting a lot of the young customer base. And we can see their users growing exponentially year over year. They're doing that perfectly. And the money that Wells Fargo loses year over year for, paying their leases, paying their employees, that's all lost profit, lost revenue, lost everything. SoFi doesn't even have to worry about that. And as they grow to that level that, SoFi, or that Wells Fargo, Chase, JP Morgan are at, SoFi is going to be able to do that so much faster because they're not paying, all these employees. They're not paying for all these leases. Their underlying costs are so low that the room for revenue and the room for profit is so high. and I don't see anything wrong with this company. It was founded in 2011. It's fairly new. It went public in 2020, which I think, great idea to go public, especially with a business model like this. But I think this one isn't going to be cheap for much longer, so I would really try to invest now if I were you. Because, I mean, we compare the way that this company is growing is, I mean, they have to sustain this growth for sure, but I don't see a way where they don't sustain this growth. I think, the market's just down right now, so that's why SoFi is down. But, I mean, we can see they were growing a lot. I mean, this was very fast, too. This was, I mean, over the course of September to the beginning of 2025, about, give or take, we'll say 3 months, they more than doubled their stock price, almost tripled their stock price. So I mean, that just goes to show what this company can really do. And if we want to check out right here, we can see again on the SoFi gross profit, they're increasing. But what I wanted to check out is, where is it? Oh, yeah, their financials right here. So you can see their gross profit is increasing at a very fast rate. They doubled it in 2 years. That's pretty unseen. I mean, this is a company that's definitely growing very fast. And then we can see that their margins, this is really what I want to check out. Their margins are insane. This company's margins are, oh my gosh, their gross margins are in the 70 percentile. Or they're at 70%, and they were at 92%. So as this company's growing, obviously they're going to need to allocate more money to growing these margins, obviously. But they're still growing their margins very fast. This is good to see. They definitely have competitive advantage. I mean, just from those margins, you can see they have competitive advantage over a lot of the other banking firms. And I want to show just how small this company really is. But they're growing market share very fast. This is a company that I think will be a lot of money very quickly. I mean, we can see that it's $13 billion market cap. We already looked at Wells Fargo, which was around 200, but let's check out Chase Bank, JP Morgan. This one has a market cap of 670 billion and their PE is only 12. SoFi has the tech side. They could have a higher market cap, and I think the possibilities are endless for SoFi. This could be a life-changing stock, honestly. And I think getting in right now is definitely the best thing you can do. And there's a lot of different ways you could get in. I'd say buy shares because of the long-term potential. But if you do want to make some, I think this company will be a lot more than it is today in 2027, at the beginning of 2027. So I don't hate buying options on this company. Especially this one, break-even price of 15. I feel very confident about that. $500 option for a $12 stock. That's pretty fair, I think, in my opinion. And the IV is relatively high, but I mean, compared to this stock, it's not that bad, I don't think. And the delta of 75, I don't hate it. I don't hate options on this stock, but I will continue to buy shares just because I believe in the long term for this company, very long term. And I think not investing in SoFi right now would be stupid. Yeah, I mean, that's all I really have to say. I've been preaching my case for a while, and now you just have to actually go buy it. So I appreciate you guys for watching. I hope you do invest in SoFi. I think it would benefit everyone's portfolio greatly in the long term. It would definitely add to your compounding annual growth rate by a large amount, even if it's just, I mean, it's not even a big part of my portfolio because it is a small cap. There's a little bit of risk, but I do have to invest, more and more. I'm going to dollar cost average up in SoFi. I'm up 40%. That's great. I haven't even been invested in this company for a year. So yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching. Be sure to like the video if you enjoy this content. Also subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and comment down below what stocks you want to see me cover. Appreciate you for watching again. Thank you. Catch you in the next one. Peace.